Let's hope these cameras work out. We really didn't really go on that. So,
wait, we starting?
Yeah, we're gonna start. Do you have a lighter though? So
I have one in my hand right here. The cracks of white.
We're smoking some cannabis provided by a company called Cannalee. I don't know if it's good or not yet. It seemed pretty good though, didn't it? You saw me rolling.
Yes.
It
I also agree that said cannabis was that of the desirable nature.
Man, I've seen your cannabis reviews on your YouTube, bro. Your legal weed reviews.
I'm in big trouble with those this week, bro. People coming after me for posting those on Instagram. They're like, how could you do that? I work for this company. I'm like, who the fuck do you think I am? You think I'm going to just fucking sink your fucking company? Hey, Mike Rita said that our old strain is no good. We're done.
I mean, if that's what happens, then I think they deserve to sink. Like is it like the fucking people in the submarine?
Whoa.
That's last week's news, and we didn't get to it last week because it was still kind of.
It was so fresh. I think they died on the Monday.
I think they died on the Sunday. I think they died the first day that they were like, yo, we don't know where these guys are. I think they were dead right then.
Oh, they're already dead. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay, wait, let's get to the podcast and we'll cut in. Because this is actually our Canada Day special, so let's keep it. We're going to be talking about. All right. Let's just
you
start
want the theme song?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have
the snacks of life. The snacks of life.
There's a time you gotta go and show you grow, and now you know about the
snacks of life. The snacks of life.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Snacks of Life podcast with comedian Mike Rita and your host, the Snack Man. This week's guest is the country of Canada. Happy Canada Day, folks. I hope you're sitting at the cottage at home or somewhere with a doobie beer celebrating this great nation.
Shout out Canamatch.ca, proud sponsor of the show. Mike, you handed me this lighter, dude, and what the hell is going on with this MacGyver? Was this a pipe at one point, or is it possibly a bomb? Are you seeing this?
That's a pocket bomb. And
it doesn't look secure anymore with the fluid.
Anybody who's read the Anarchist's cookbook knows how to create a pocket bomb. And that's what this is. Sometimes, the world gets a little weird, and I'm like, bro, at any moment I got to get out of here. I'm bombing myself just out of fucking...
You're just going to disappear? Why do you bomb, boom, and just disappear like a magician?
They're like, where do you go? And it's like I'm only a couple feet away, but I'm sprinting,
You're like the comedian. That'd be a great part of your new stage act, is if you did the Houdini thing and you popped up at the back of the stage and did some concert jokes.
Oh, shit, bro. All right, this is our Canada Day podcast. We're hoping that everybody's having a great Canada Day. This will be released either today, tomorrow, or the day before Canada. I don't know what the fuck it is.
I think I'm going to release it on Canada Day at 7 o'clock. So these people should have been celebrating Canada Day, and they should be ripe for a podcast of our nature.
Yeah, just to hang and chill and have a laugh with.
Yeah, hopefully they got some sun. Hopefully the weather was nice across Canada.
What is your favorite thing to do on Canada Day? You a cottage guy? You a party guy? You a by the lake guy? What do you do?
Leave the country.
Wow, snacks. How you going to do that to our great nation, bro?
No, because usually Canada Day, and this year is a little weird, but usually Canada Day works its way with the 4th of July, and it turns into quite the crazy party.
This guy gets his own double up. Hey, 4th of July, July 1st.
I think at this point I should get American holidays.
Yo,
they should give it to me.
I know. You have an American phone number. You're a Bills fan. This guy, you're fucked, man. You're halfway there.
If I could just find like a Spanish-speaking
snacker,
Latina person from Buffalo.
Oh, man. Nothing better than American Latinas, huh?
Right? Little fire. Maybe a felony so she can't chase me back over the border so I could get my piece every so often. Like a minor felony. One we could take care of with the right amount of money, but it's a good excuse in the growing stage. You know?
I didn't stab him because I didn't love him. I stabbed him because he didn't love me.
I could see Mike Carr getting keyed in said relationship, but the tacos would be fire when we got to Mexico, and she
carnitas with some fresh.
She could translate and shit. That's the key, right?
Mexican chicks, that would be a sick chick to date because of the food. They're right up there with the Italian broads and the Greek broads, and of course my beloved Portuguese broads. Oh
yeah, I think like Cuban would be good too.
Yeah, because then there's going to be an uprising in your home, You're not cleaning. You're not taking care of the kids. I want a new man. I want a new
Oh, I wasn't thinking about bringing a Cuban here. I was just thinking of like Cuban descent.
Oh.
I like the complexion.
I don't like that fucking J-Lo complexion.
You don't?
I do not like the South American olive.
I love the olive. I love
do
actually
not.
both olives.
I don't like the European olive. I don't like the South American olive. I don't like that green skin tone, bro. To make that skin tone, you got to use the color green a little bit. And I don't like it.
What about the green soda, the key lime soda? Are you excited for that?
Today's soda is brought to you by Jones Sodas. Jones Soda. Do you want the best soda with tons of regret because of how good it is that you'll never have a soda as good as Jones Soda?
Real cane sugar.
That shit's fire. What's your favorite Jones Soda?
You know what? I'm on a big root beer kick.
This guy's fucked.
I'm so traditional.
I
Right?
know. I was like, wow. Not strawberry lime, not
No.
cotton candy, not green apple, which is
They
absolutely
did a
fire.
birthday soda, which was disgusting.
I never tried
Green
it.
apple is pretty good.
Green apple Jones is
Yeah.
fire. Strawberry lime is also fire.
Even like they did a lemonade once that was pretty good. But
Dude,
no,
they
man,
got-
like I love root beers because you can go and get multiple different root beers and they all taste slightly different, but they're all root beer.
Bro, okay, real question here. Canadian style root beer, which is the sweeter one, or American style root beer, which is the bitter one? Do you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Well, see, some American root beers have almost like a kind of like an alcoholic kind of taste to
It's
it.
buzzing, huh?
And fizz.
Root beery, Rudy. It's Rudy,
Yeah.
bro.
Is that
root
the
beer.
sarsaparilla?
It could be, buddy. I don't know, man. That original 1905. Let me get a sarsaparilla for me and my horse here. We've been riding across the fucking yonder.
I was drinking a Teddy's brand. How ironic is that? Soda, a root beer, and it came in like it almost looked like a U Brew
Wow, okay.
beer company bottle.
Nice.
Right? Based out of Washington, and it was good. It was creamy. Had a creamy end to it.
I would love a root beer with a creamy end to it. You know, because there's only one company that really does that. And
A&W?
yeah, I was gonna, bro. A&W has like, I think they even have their A&W root beer cream soda
Yeah.
is
yeah.
really good.
That's in America. That's very common in America.
Yeah, eh?
Yeah, the
root
cream
beer,
soda-
cream soda, whatever the fuck. mix.
A&W cream soda. A&W root beer in America on the label says that it has vanilla in it. And in Canada, it does not. And I think it comes down to some sort of like technicality, like,
It's not real vanilla, so you can't say it like vanilla flavoring.
yeah, it's something like that. But there is a little bit of a different taste between the two of them, I think, if you get picky.
You know, I would have said root beer from A&W is one of the most fire sodas before paper straws. I think paper straws have ruined root beer for me.
Paper straws have ruined a lot of things.
Yeah, bro.
The slushy the other day.
Oh, wow.
Have you seen this?
Did it slush out in the slushy?
You know the iconic red slushy spoon straw?
Of course.
Everybody knows the red.
Come on, bro.
It's gone. It's been replaced by the paper version. Now let's keep this 100% no cap podcast, Mike. By the end of your slushy, that spoon was disintegrated as a plastic spoon. It was flapped, you know what I mean? It had no rigidness to it anymore
It
anyway.
had been beaten up by the ice.
Right? From like doing the fucking in and out,
Yeah,
trying to make it fucking slushy again.
Yo, that's so fucking funny, bro.
And now it's a paper. It has even less life chance. The finesse that it would be required to finish a medium-sized slushy with the paper spoon straw thing. So you know what I did?
We're gonna be old one day, and we're gonna be like, hey,
I think we've just hit the fucking wall right here.
Remember when straws had rigidity?
You're gonna have to throw that in as a fucking throwback to your COVID generation joke. So you know what I did? I shit you not. When I was at Circle K in the US, I pocketed like about 15 fucking red straw spoons and I put them in my glove box.
Bro, keep one at home. You could just use those at home over and over. Life hack: plastic doesn't go fucking bad for like a solid 3 years. You get 3 years out of a fucking straw.
Every time I go to America, I go through the drive-thru now. I'm there for 2 days. I go through the drive-thru. I say, give me as many straws as legally possible. The guy at Arby's was like, looked at me and like, hey man, they got paper straws in Canada. They ban plastic. Man, for real? They ban plastic straws. I'm in Detroit. They ban paper plastic straws. Them paper shits suck. And this is the manager of a fucking Arby's. He goes, here, dog. and hands me a stack like this, Mike. Here you go, bro. He knows
Give
I
me
was
the
in
box at that point. Give me a clean box.
He's like, he felt my entrapment.
He was like, yo, these Canadians got it rough, man. Fascism is rampant up in Canada.
Yeah, I think he probably threw a fuck Trudeau in there at the end of it all. Just for
honk, bang, 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 bang.
we were in Michigan, so that was on the way to Chicago.
Michigan, I'll miss again the next time I'm coming through Kalamazoo.
We went through Kalamazoo, actually. I pointed it out to Carter.
Kalamazoo, one of the top 5 name in North America, bro. Kalamazoo.
Great name for a town, really.
Walla Walla.
Did you happen to see how I spent my weekend this past weekend, Mike?
I did, bro.
Yeah.
You were rubbing elbows with New York greats such as, but not limited to, Fat Joe, T.I., Ja Rule,
Yeah.
Neo.
I didn't actually stay for that, in full disclosure.
You didn't stay for Neo?
No, I left before Neo and Nelly went on.
Those are the headliners.
Yeah, but first of all, Mike, I'm old.
You're like, I don't care about Neo. I don't want to see him dance. Like, what the
So I saw Akon, and I'm like, yo, he's about to go.
He did it? Did he? You watched him, though?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that if you go back and you look at the video, the backing track is doing a lot of the heavy lifting for Akon.
I mean, he's done. Let that backing. You won't let me down, no. He always had that fucking little squeak voice anyway. No.
Yeah, I'm not sure he can hit those notes anymore, man.
You can't let me down.
He was being accused in my comment section quite a bit of lip syncing.
They're all lip syncing though. Rappers are all lip syncing.
More.
Like
They all have
backing.
they all have a backing track, but some have a heavier lip sync than others. Some just can't spit the bars the way they used to, which I think is fine, right?
I mean, no, it's not. You're expected to keep up your shit as a Imagine you went to go watch a band and the fucking guy can't play the solos. You'd be like, get it together, you fuck.
Yeah, but on that same notion, right? Rappers have always had a hype man to fill in the blanks for them.
That's wild because they're lazy. Yo, rappers
could
are
be.
lazy, but some of them aren't. You can watch a rapper rap his whole fucking thing, and you're like, yeah, you see, because he gives a fuck. I bet you J. Cole isn't using a fucking backing track because he gives a shit.
You know, that's a very valid point because there are rappers that would rather fail than use a backing track. But
You think Kendrick Lamar isn't using a back? He knows every word of every song because he fucking,
Kendrick Lamar, I went and saw Kendrick the last time he was in
he
Toronto.
good, or
He
at
was amazing.
Was he?
Yeah.
Budweiser?
No, Scotiabank.
Wow.
Yeah, and I've seen Kendrick Lamar before. I saw Travis Scott open for Kendrick Lamar at the Scotiabank Center. Yeah, Travis Scott came out on the fucking bird and shit and was flying and stuff.
It was crazy like that. And he's an opening act. That's an opening act.
It was opening act. It was before it was crazy. It was on the verge of tick, 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 tick.
Like he's
And
about to blow up.
Yeah. The next time he came, he was the headline and it was fucking insane. Yeah, but Kendrick Lamar, you're right. But back to the story of the weekend, we're also talking about rappers that aren't necessarily
In their prime. Ludacris ain't using no backing track. Or maybe he is. You went to go watch him recently? He was here with Missy Elliott?
No.
Oh, not Missy Elliott, Janet Jackson?
No, I missed that show. It was
That's
at
a
Bud.
weird double bill, though.
That's a good one. That's a good one for me. I think that's
Ludacris
smart
is better
booking.
than Janet Jackson.
That's why they do that, because Ludacris would absolutely disagree with you and would happily go in front of Janet Jackson.
Be like, you are an icon, you are a legend. I ain't
But
shit.
Ludacris has enough draw that Janet Jackson can go into a theater that's probably maybe would sell, because like she has recognition, but a lot of people won't go and see Janet Jackson perform.
Yeah. But if it's Ludacris and Janet Jackson, you're like, wow, okay, I guess Ludacris by himself is worth almost the ticket price.
Guaranteed. Now it's selling arenas. Now it's selling large amphitheaters. You know what I mean? Whereas like Janet by herself at this point in the time, she needs not that it's over. She needs a solid opener.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She's not putting somebody that's in the prime of their career right now as her opener, but she's putting somebody that is in a similar era that has enough name recognition to sell tickets.
I'm going to go watch a band in October, and I don't even know who the headliner. Oh fuck!
Who are you going to see?
Some fucking hipster ass band. I'm gonna go see a band called the Cactus Blossoms. Some weird southern like duo. They're like two old. They sound like they're from the 50s. Where it's like, my mama said, my
Do you think if we play them, we'll get fucking banned off YouTube?
Cactus Blossoms, bro?
Do you want to play it?
Yeah, man.
All right, whatever. Might as well. Will it work? Though?
Cactus Blossoms. Hey,
The internet in here is a little
Hey,
fucking
baby.
spotty sometimes.
dude, I love them.
Nah.
Yeah, no, it's not gonna work, eh?
You know what? It's that steel door. Protects us from pizza delivery ladies, but internet doesn't necessarily travel the best through it.
Here, I'll do the song the best I can. Carmus Andy.
It's funky. I like it.
It's fun. Things got some rising action.
I dig it now.
Hey, like, yo, give me some tickets to watch these guys.
So, where are you seeing them?
I don't know, Meridian Hall, maybe Danforth Hall.
Is this something that D put you on to?
No, I like the Cactus Blossoms. I can tell you how I came across this.
What's the song? Hey Baby?
Hey, baby.
All right. We'll turn this down because we're probably going to get a fucking ad knowing these guys. Hey, they don't have a ton of views. We could be putting some people onto some shit here, Mike Rita.
Yeah, they're underrated. What do they got? How many views? Million? Not even yet? They're great, though. Trust.
43,000 views,
Wow.
Cactus Blossom, Hey Baby. Maybe we won't get in trouble for this one.
It's driving music, you know, sunny, sun setting.
Sounds like Dwight Yoakam.
Yeah, it's got that vibe, right? Like some fucking 60s Texas shit. Dwight Yoakam. Yeah, I want his Cadillac's car.
That's a great song.
We could drive the whole night.
This sounds like a Danforth Hall fight.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Living it in time.
Dude, I love this kind of shit, though.
Okay, let's see. This is the one though right here.
The white baby.
This is gonna give us an ad. We don't want the ad to go through. Oh, it isn't. This is classic though, right?
I hope y'all having a happy Canada Day out there from Dwight Yoakam and the boys. Absolute fucking classic, bro.
You're cultured if you can listen to hip hop and listen to Dwight Yoakam.
Come on. This is a dream right here. Women whipping out their tits to this.
Guitars, Cadillacs, hillbilly music. Happy Canada Day, everybody.
Yeah, from the Snacks of Life podcast and our great Canadian icon, Dwight Yoakam.
Yo, man, I would go see Dwight Yoakam perform.
What?
I
I gotta tell you right now, bro. Last year I saw John Fogerty, and it was one of the greatest concerts I've ever been to. Obviously, he just played CCR and fucking outfield or center field and shit, but like, I get it. But it was one of the great. You're like, these guys still bring it.
Yeah,
His little beady eyes behind his little bangs. You're like, man, this guy's a hit record machine in his 20s.
There's a few bands that you go and see where it's underrated going in and it shouldn't be, but it is in your head, and then you get there and you're like, holy fuck. Because I remember seeing Leonard Skinner.
Oh, I bet you they fucking go hard.
Dude, the show was wild. Wild.
Dude, because they do a lot of the double guitar solos. So that sound live is huge.
It's a huge sound.
It's a huge sound. That's why
Yeah.
they do it. That's
Yeah.
their whole, that, and then they keep going right to the and you're like, holy shit, dude.
Are you privy to the guy that does the hillbilly covers of he did the hillbilly cover of Basket Case?
Man, I'm not, but that's hilarious, dude. See, this is what Canada Day is all about, man. American weird country music, because that's what we're
I don't
cranking.
know. I don't know if this is the guy. Here it is, right here, man. This he's definitely blowing up. This is gonna blow your mind.
Yeah, I see this guy on TikTok.
Do you have the time to listen to me whine
Dude.
about nothing and everything all at once?
I don't care. I like
It should be me. I could do. I fucking had this idea years ago, and I thought, man, I could have been this guy. God damn.
Neurotic to the bone,
No doubt about it.
Sometimes I give myself the creeps. So good, right?
So good, dude.
Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me.
Fuck AI. We got Bryant Ross. Or Bryant Roses.
I think I'm
cracking up. Or am I just paranoid? Or am I just...
You know what that has? That has late night sitting around the fire with your one friend who's so talented, but you're like, bro, are you playing basket case right now? And he's like, yeah, dude, it's a little country ditty I play by my. You're like, damn, man, that's sick.
Right?
Bro, I swear, I'm not making this up, man. You know, I play like 20 instruments. Back in the day before I was a comic, I used to just play music for the homies around the fire and have a laugh. And that's what I used to do was make, like, man, one of the funniest things I ever did was sing Juicy as a country song. Dude, everyone just singing with me. And everyone, because you know the lyrics to these songs.
Of course.
So they just sit naturally in your head, man. Like, you know, like...
and if you have the timing, you can put it over something.
Come on, it's easy peasy. These songs have real notes. These songs have real music behind them. You just got to turn it into a different melody, man. This guy does a great job. I've seen him on... He does a lot of Blink-182 stuff too.
Do you remember this one from our? Well, let's put it down just in case, because this is another one of those things that could have an ad in front of it. This is one of the first ones where I was like, wow, this blew my mind when I was a kid. This came out, I want to say I was probably 16. So I don't know if you've heard this or not, but this will be something a lot of people have heard, but.
So much drama in
Amazing.
It's Fish.
Fish. I somehow, some way, nearly every single day.
See,
Happy Canada Day, everybody.
Yeah, like if you went to a concert, you go to a Fish concert and this comes on, you're losing it. Whole audience losing it.
All right.
It's 2 in the morning and our party's still jumping.
There's my mama ain't home.
But people went nuts when they played. There's a live version of this.
There's gotta be,
It's
bro.
Fish, right?
Fish is lucky I don't fight him, bro.
They go ridiculous. That was the classic first one where I was like a crossover.
These guys have like their own nice little following, huh?
Well, what happened is when the Grateful Dead stopped touring in '95, there was a lot of people that were lost and didn't really have a thing to do.
Wanderers, literally deadhead wanderers.
Yeah, and a lot of them turned to Fish, and Fish has, at this point in time, possibly a bigger crowd that follows them around.
No.
Maybe equally as large. It's a different scene. There's a lot less.
Shut the fuck up, bro.
A Fish show in Toronto is like every other show at Budweiser stage. You know, it's very mild. If you go to a Fish show at Blossom in Cuyahoga Falls in Ohio, or to Deer Creek and like the same type of venues that I go see Dead shows at, Fish is 3 days. Sometimes it's 2 days, but a lot of times it's 3 days. They just announced their tour a couple days ago.
Bro, Fish is one of the most normal sounding bands. They're so goddamn lucky. Bro,
Are you kidding? Have you heard them play live? They're the most fucked up, weird fucking band ever live.
No, man.
They just jam everything together and they do the
That I can imagine. But that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, so the Grateful Dead, the reason that they're so iconic is it's just so great for their time, you know? Different. Jerry Garcia, the whole fucking
It's the live show. It's very much and so is Fish. So like Fish will play for, like, again, you never see the same show twice. But they'll play 12 dates at Madison Square Garden, bro. 12
Fish.
dates. 12 sold out dates at Madison Square Gardens.
Fish.
Yeah, here. I'm going to give you a Riviera Maya live Fish so you can figure out this, like, what it actually sounds like.
Live
Because it's
Fish.
It's different, dude. It's definitely different. It's pretty funky, dude, and they have crazy light show.
I'm going to punch Fish out, bro. Hey, I've been to the Riviera Maya.
Oh, have you? A lot of people go there on vacation. These guys they'll do a whole week. We'll skip into the middle of
Happy
this.
Canada Day. We're playing some live Fish.
Well, you definitely want to.
Nice. There's no way that this isn't the most perfect band to pick up the Grateful Dead thing.
So this, right?
Wow, Fish a sick line.
Yeah, yo. All right, if I can't get you to any more dead shows, I'm gonna have to take you to
All
a
right,
fish
but
one.
fish comes to Canada. That's the most important thing.
See, fish in America is a different experience, man. Because the people follow them and so forth, right? Canada's mild. They don't have the lot scene. People hitting mad nitrous balloons at the fish show. More nitrous than the dead shows even.
Happy Canada Day, everybody listening across this great country. Sitting at the cottage, sitting at home, smoking your dews, drinking your beers. We're just cranking some fish right now. Honestly, we're about to smoke a blunt. Let's go. I'll get
We're gonna hit another blunt.
You know.
Hey, you got a new lighter. Imagine that.
You know, shit's vibing when Reeds is hitting the blunt. We were telling a story about how in my neighborhood there was definitely some racial profiling going on with blunts and some of the older guys from the neighborhood. Now, you gotta understand, I grew up in a neighborhood where everybody was ethnic. So it was Portuguese, Italians, Latin people, black people, Indians, everybody, every background you could ever fucking imagine, you know, West End Toronto, that's just what it was. So there was always competitions and there was always people who didn't, you know, like certain other types of groups. And I remember one guy always used to give a shit for smoking blunts because it was a black person thing. And I always thought, what a stupid thing to label somebody. Oh, they smoke blunts, us whites.
I think more white people smoke blunts now than anything.
Let's be honest, bro. White people have taken over blunt culture like they have everything else that's blizzack. I'm how right, my brothers. Hi, this is Black Rita speaking up on Canada Day to all my black Canadians. I hope you like fish. I know you like fried fish. Thank you. I'm comedian Mike Rita.
On the topic, since we're going down the hole, man, like, have you heard of Goose before?
Yo, yeah.
Yeah?
Like 2 days ago, Bert Kreischer was talking about Goose.
Yeah, man. Goose is an awesome band, man. You're gonna love Goose, man. I'm gonna show you some
punch
Goose.
you out, bro. How you gonna play some Goose right now?
Yo, I'm going to see Goose.
No.
Yeah, they're playing on the other side of Buffalo, dude. This is some next level shit, dude. Here we go. Ready? We'll get. If anybody hasn't listened to Goose, man, you need to check out Goose. If you're vibing with any of this stuff. What's going on here?
It's Goose.
Is it the internet? Oh, it's the internet.
It's the Goose.
All right, caught up.
She held us long enough to sleep. The night
The sweet tastes like hops.
Like hops? That's your review?
over the bridge.
This is Canna Lee. I'm pretty sure.
All right, give it a stop, Goose. We got to get back to. I can't. You had me at fish. You lost me at Goose. These animal bands are getting out of control. Who's next?
Grizz.
Grizz.
Have you heard of Grizz? Might as well get into Grizz. It's a Canadian theme, right?
Dude, I am not getting into a goddamn
Grizz is a little more electronic. Man, there are some crazy hippie fucking festivals. If you want to go on like a vision quest,
I wish I
Holy
was
shit.
in good shape and single so that I could go pick up hippie chicks. I always loved hippie chicks. And then you kind of get with the hippie chick and you're like, whatever.
the best part about hippie chicks is that their wardrobe never ages because they already dress like my grandmother.
You know, and that's nice. That's good on the budget.
Yeah, everything's thrifted.
Why don't you go to Value Village?
Buying gift cards to Value Village for Christmas. You're like, honey,
Value
what's your
Village
new
is
wardrobe?
a for-profit company that works off the donations of others, and it's
Dude,
insane.
yeah, they give us a minor donation, but so was Goodwill. It had Goodwill in the name, and it was a scam.
Bad will.
On that note, go support your local church charity, Salvation Army. They do good shit.
All right, so we're gonna celebrate Canada Day the only way we know how, with a
Getting into
lime
some snacks.
Ricky. Key lime. Oh, this might be good.
Key lime 3.14. You know what that is, right?
No, 3.14 pie.
Yeah.
Your boy Reeds.
Also, what you're getting into here,
I'm
sent
getting into some Dick Duff's Dick Sticks.
Dick Duffs was kind enough to send us some jerky. Now they're fancy with it, Reeds. They're real fancy with it.
Yeah, it's a greasy meat stick.
It's all organic. Read the ingredients, man. It's like fucking
It's
organic shit.
Yeah, look. The ingredients: organic pork, organic beef, organic water, organic spice, organic cane sugar, organic sea salt, cultured celery. It's not organic. This place is shit.
It says he rubbed his dick on it though.
You dick. No refrigeration required. Well then.
It's a wait as Mike jumps into the Chipotle meat stick from. Now we should get into the out in the open that we're great Canadian meat people. We ride or die for great Canadian meat, but we're equal opportunity people as well. That's why we had a master grower on last week.
I remember.
Good reception for last week's episode though too.
What the fuck was that lady mad about? She thought it was too high. 9.5 was too high.
Yeah, Becky does not like cinnamon. You want to call her out? Do you know who Becky is?
No.
Okay.
Who is that lady? Listen, lady. I don't know who you are.
It's Becky, neighbor Becky.
I don't know who you are. Listen, lady.
She's very opinionated when it comes to snacks, Becky.
Is she?
Yeah, she has a strong snack palate. Just cinnamon's not on it.
I got a snack for you, Becky. A one bite brownie. Becky, you don't like my fucking rating of the goddamn churro? I'll never forget that. This meat stick
Yeah?
is unfucking believable. I
It's
ate
good,
the
eh?
whole thing.
It's good. It tastes healthy though, doesn't it?
Doesn't taste processed.
It tastes healthy. That's what I thought.
How the fuck they doing that?
Magic. I'm pretty sure.
I'm gonna support gay pride because there's quite a bit of trans fats, and me and Snackman have talked about this.
Yeah.
Trans fats are the gay fats of the meat world, so we always got to make sure we have enough trans fats.
They need to bring back trans fat in fast food. I think equal opportunity. We should be able to choose if we get trans fat or not. French fries. McDonald's fries have not been the same since they took out the trans fat.
I haven't had a crispy fry in years, you know.
You know what I'm saying? Like this ZTF, this zero trans fat, is ruining fast food. And I just feel like we should be able to make educated decisions on if we want to slowly poison ourselves. Not if they're just doing it without telling
them
us.
back. Okay. All right. That meat stick was honestly unfucking believable. I'm sorry, great Canadian meat. That was a good Dick Duff's meat sticks. Available in Canada or just America?
Yeah, no, this is it's based out of Newmarket.
Oh my God. How am I going to do this to great Canadian?
Right? But you know what? I'm an equal opportunity person. Shout out Great Canadian Meat, but
Dick Duff's is making a good meat stick.
hey, when there's a good product, we got to talk about it.
I'm going to talk about something that was in there, or that any meat stick lover is going to know. The consistency of the mill of the meat
Right,
was perfect.
right.
It
That's
was
key, man.
perfectly soft throughout. The casing itself wasn't chewy. It broke apart, very fine, thin casing.
Right. A little bit more of a wetter product than the Great Canadian Meat one.
100%. You're right. Where a meat stick on the Great Canadian side is almost more of a jerky stick. Not a jerky stick, but more towards the jerky side. Where it's
Dry cured, yeah.
Whereas that one, it's like, yeah, the stick is like a little moist from the Chipotle smoking sauce. Smoking whatever the fuck, you know, because I'm sure they're using liquid smoke. Or no, they're organic. They might be smoking these things for real. That was chronic. I'm going to give it a... That lady scared me now. I'm like, 9.5 is too high, huh?
I don't know, man. She definitely was.
Look, in the meat stick world, from every meat stick I've ever had, we're talking to Slim Jim's, Great Canadian Meat, fucking those guys who just emerged the last few years, and now they're the Jack Links.
That's a big conglomerate. I'm on Roger about that. On Beck. I've been tagging him because Beck is a big Jack Links guy, and he's been posting them, and I'm like, listen.
They are.
They're a big, huge corporation, bro.
Jack Links came out of nowhere.
It's a huge corporation based out of America.
Dude.
Pretty sure they're farming their beef in South America. It's some Brazilian cut beef. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm going to give Jack Links a shout out for the original Jack Links, the first year or two that those guys showed up and they were kicking ass in the Canadian market.
Yeah.
It's good, man. That teriyaki, that sweet and
Yeah.
that sweet heat.
Yeah.
Ooh.
There's a Doritos one out right now. Sweet chili. Sweet chili Dorito Jack Links.
Wow.
I don't want to give them no shout out, but when there's a good product, we're gonna talk about it. That's how it works.
Jack Links is a hit or miss, but their meat stick, like not their pepperoni stick, but they're actually like flat jerky sticks are good.
Yeah.
I gotta, but when I was a kid, see, jerky was a thing that you got in like a little, like fucking
A jar.
cubby. Yeah,
At
like,
the
it was-
front. At the front.
It was like a cubby. Like you flipped over the top and you took a stick,
Crunchy country meats.
and it had a native guy on it. And it was like weird.
Oh, the NHL draft is tonight, I guess.
Who do you think's going first? I'm just kidding, but for real.
Could you imagine if something happened like the Lindros thing of our era, where he's just like, "Yeah, I'm
I
not
don't
going to
wanna-
play for you, fucks."
Yeah.
Can that happen anymore? You think?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, the haul that he would get back would be insane. This guy is bigger, not bigger than Lindros. I guess it's hard to say because Lindros coming out of the Quebec League. He was monstrous.
Well, he played for Oshawa, but yeah, he was like the
Was
next.
it?
Yeah, he played for the Oshawa Generals. But when he was the next Gretzky.
I thought he came out of Quebec. Oh no, he got drafted by Quebec. God, I'm a fucking
It
moron.
said I wouldn't play there
Yeah.
and refused to play there
God, some hockey nerd out there just cringed when I was like, he came out of Quebec.
on Canada Day of all things.
Bro, I knew there was a Quebec thing. Don't get me going.
So there was a report that came out, and I'm sure it's old, but it recirculated recently about Jaromir Jagr and how he was overseas.
Oh yeah,
And
classic.
How did he slip to, I don't know, I think he was taken like 4th or 5th in the draft.
Yeah, he said he wouldn't play for the other teams, but then he called Pittsburgh. He's like, hey, because he loved Mario Lemieux.
He wanted to play for Mario Lemieux and play with Mario Lemieux, and he told the other teams that he wasn't considering coming to North America anytime soon, and then called Pittsburgh and was like, "You draft me, I'll come tomorrow."
Oh, kidding.
And like, awesome, right?
Bro, Jaromir Jagr is a top 5 hockey player of all time. Based on longevity, based on production, based on popularity, based on the symbolism. Like, if I were to show you right now,
He's the Cal Ripken of hockey.
but yeah, he's one of those guys. Exactly, bro. Exactly. Cal Ripken of hockey,
If
bro.
if you were to ask a casual hockey fan, he wouldn't come up in the conversation, and they would start with the Gretzky's and the Lemieux, and
Lemieux, the
Crosby's.
House, the
House,
the
yeah.
Oars, all those old farts.
Yeah,
but bro, Jagger's got more points than most of those guys. You know,
the thing about Jagr is that it's hard in any professional sports, especially in the era that we live in now. Like, you know, past 2005 or wherever you want to call it, where the players really started to take their health and like everything seriously, and it
Yeah.
became super elite. Like the guys in Gordie Howe era were smoking cigarettes and drinking beers
bro,
between
these
periods
guys were
and
like
shit.
plumbers in the off season and shit like that. Like,
And some of those guys never made the money, but Jaromir Jagr was great in like 3 decades.
bro, the '90s, the early 2000s, and even the
2010s.
bro, the early 2010s as well, bro.
And then he was still useful. He still could compete later on in his career. Like people were like, yeah, we'll take him for the
was
playoffs.
Only speed holding him back. It wasn't hands. It wasn't knowledge. It wasn't ability. Bro, even in his last season, he plays like 30 games. He still has like 8-9 goals, fucking 10 assists. Like he was
And
still producing.
he's setting stuff up. Exactly. Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
still producing. Problem is, it's just speed, bro. No speed, you know? No
Well, and
speed.
these kids, they're fast as fuck, bro.
And he was never that fast of a guy. Like maybe in his early Pittsburgh years when he's like 19. But that's it. Like, you know?
But the game wasn't that fast.
No.
You were getting held.
That's right.
You were getting held. The game was
Whacked.
tough. Yeah, the game was tough. Now the game's not as tough.
That's what I was
I don't want
gonna
to sound
say.
like Don Cherry.
If you were to take a silhouette of him, you would know who he is. Any hockey fan would know those little Jerry curl mullet of the 90s.
he had the
That
easy
icon-
E.
Bro, the curls, man. The Jagr curls, so iconic.
Yeah.
You know, imagine that guy coming down the wing on you and popping it in, and then he, like, you know, like...
Gives
like,
you the fucking Fabio.
yeah,
like,
like gives you one of these.
I can almost do that now, man. I'm getting there.
What's Jagr's classic? He takes off the glove and he, like, does the number 1 or something. What's Jagr's...
Didn't he wasn't he the guy that put it like a sword away?
Fuck, bro. Jagr... no, I
Jagr
think
goal celebration?
He takes off the glove or something, and he always like
Well, Team Solani shot through the glove in the air and shot it.
one of the greatest celebrations in hockey history. You know, you hear those old. If you did that in my day, you'd get crunched. Yeah, none of those guys could crunch Solani because they couldn't catch him. You know, and plus Winnipeg had a couple tough guys beat the shit out of him. Like,
Domi.
Domi right there. There it is,
Domi
young
was there
Domi.
at that time. He was the toughest guy in the
Man,
league.
if you ever see Ty Domi in real life, his neck, you realize why he was so tough to take down. The guy's neck is his head. It's just one
He's like
extremity.
Barney Rubble. It's just like
it's
one
just one
fucking-
thing. You're like, what the fuck? You couldn't punch this guy out if you tried. You couldn't move that neck. That neck's unmovable. Bob Probert had nightmares of fucking Ty Domi and Wendell Clark.
Yeah, that dude was tough. Rest in peace, Bob Prover. So I met fucking Ja Rule.
I saw that, bro. You got up close and personal with Canadian icon Ja Rule.
So this festival that I went to, Hot in Here, leading up to it, it was a lot of people were kind of outside looking in, because if you were to take this festival lineup, this is going right back, woo, like a good comedian, and put it in like 2005, we're talking like Coachella or something.
For real.
Like literally, like so. The opener. There's nobody in the place. Is Chingy.
That's
Right?
crazy.
Right? Fat Joe, Rick Ross, T.I., Ja Rule, Akon, Neo,
How much you think
Nelly.
Chingy got paid? $5
Not
grand?
that- yeah, maybe. I don't know. Not a lot. His ask has got to be small.
Chingy's got to be a small ass.
So there was a lot of hesitation going in because, first of all, the last time Ja Rule was supposed to come to Canada, he didn't show. Second of all, calling a spade, nobody will ever forget about Fire Festival.
Be real. No cap.
No cap. It's never gonna. Are you gonna ever forget about Fire
It's
Festival?
the first thing I said when you said it wasn't going to happen. I was like, because why the Fire Festival thing?
He forever is wearing that fucking badge.
Let him have it.
So, and just by like actual like hip hop in Toronto, a lot of people just don't show up. They're like, oh, I couldn't get over the border, you know, yada yada yada. So when we got there, the first thing we asked is like, hey, is everybody here? And leading into the concert, I was searching social media, and like a lot of the people hadn't even posted about it. Fat Joe hadn't posted about it. You know, Rick Ross hadn't posted about it. They're posting about other festivals. So I'm like, I had a media pass. So all right, well, we'll go. We'll see. It was supposed to pour
Was it?
Saturday.
So there's no. Oh yeah, my kid's party. I know. I was supposed to pour.
Supposed to pour. So I show up and we're like, is everyone here? They're like, yeah. The day before they posted Ja Rule doing his sound check. So like, hey, he's here. You know, okay. So
Yeah.
all right, you know, all right. So it's gonna happen, and it went, I think, underrated, because if this festival with those names,
This should be huge.
it should be huge.
How many people you say were there?
They said 13,000 people on the
Only.
at $150 a ticket, $1.8 million in ticket sales.
I mean,
That lineup is a fucking money lineup, bro. Rick Ross is not showing up for anything. Even on his 40-minute festival set, Rick Ross is a $200,000 ask.
I know, because he makes so much money from just his passive income. He doesn't need to show up. So if he's going to show up, it has to be worth his time.
Well, and he's a big name, man. He commands that. If you don't book him, some other festival wants him. It's a Saturday.
Rick Ross.
He could be at any festival. He's a headliner at any. He could go to Rolling Loud, which, by the way, is not coming back to Toronto this year.
Because it was so underattended last year?
I don't know. It was pretty. I think it was pretty well attended.
Was it?
Yeah, it was a different crowd though, man.
Why did they choose that weird venue?
I don't know. I think it was the only place that they could do it that would really hold the people they were expecting to show up.
Yeah, it was like a parking lot.
Also, logistically, it's very secure down there. If they block
Lakeshore there?
yeah, they block everything off. You know, like it's pretty easy to secure that area. But they were expecting huge beef, right? If you remember, they were expecting a lot more problems than they had.
Why?
I just think that they didn't think Toronto could handle it, man. And like Toronto has a bad rep for fucking things up. Like OVO Fest, there's always shootings after it at that club afterwards, and like there's just a lot of violence in the city. You know what I mean? And like it's
Especially with that scene for some reason. The overly machismo boys of the rap game.
yeah, well, it's always been that way, right? Rap has always kind of been built off beef.
What's that about? That's so stupid.
It's cost us a lot of. I mean, look at man, rappers are still dying. Rappers are still getting shot. People are running up and robbing them for their chains and Waffle Houses and stuff like that. And
Idiots. Get out the game, bitch.
it's to the point where like these rappers roll around with real security, bro. especially in America where they're allowed to have guns and stuff. That's why a lot of them don't want to come here.
Because they're not allowed to have their guns.
I mean, it's just not secure. Imagine you like you know what I mean? Like if you're a rapper and there's real like tension. For instance, there's a rapper coming to Toronto, there's like Little Dirk. You know what I mean? Like
That's your boy. You try to get me to get tickets to Little Dirk.
you should have went and saw Little Dirk, bro.
Did it happen already?
No. You want to go see Weezer though, eh? This coming week?
Yeah. Give me tickets to Weezer. You don't got a Weezer?
Have you seen them before?
No.
Awesome.
No.
Awesome. Yeah, Weezer's a great band to see live.
I gotta go take D. They show up.
I would recommend anybody to go see Weezer. Weezer is exactly earlier in the podcast when I was saying there's bands where you're like, yeah, Weezer'd be okay. And then you show up and they're 4 songs in and you're like, my hash pipe. You're into it. Oh, they're like, what the fuck? They haven't even played Buddy Holly or the Sweater Song yet. This shit goes hard as fuck.
I know.
They
I
got
saw
Island in the Sun's going on, and you're just like, this is the greatest shit ever. They could put
and
together.
everybody's singing it because their lyrics are so infectious.
There's songs that will pop out that Weezer has released in the last 10 years
That you kind of forget.
that you'll be like, fuck, what a great song. I
Bro,
remember
River
that song.
Como just did a song with Billy Talent, bro. Those are my boys. Fuck, I want to go.
Yeah, you're trying to meet Billy Talent, eh?
Yeah, I'm gonna get it. I got it. I think.
You got it?
I think I got it.
You got it? Because I was just saying we could make it into a clip.
I think Reed's got it.
Got it?
I reached
You
out,
pulled the REIT card?
so I threw it on Facebook.
Seen that.
Right away. I got a couple messages, people being like, "Yo, I'm good friends with this guy. I'm good friends with this guy. Let me reach out. So Ian is the only guy who's gotten back. But bro, Ian DeSaw is the one that I want to meet. He's, the guitarist,
Right?
icon. Billy Talent, Toronto. You
You love that shit, eh?
Oh man, wow!
Getting hype already.
I'm already fucking hyped. So, but Weezer and them in the same week. Whatever, bro. You gotta do. You gotta party, baby.
I did 2 shows in 2 different states in the same week.
After hitting a fucking deer, this guy's mental, bro.
The deer, it still hasn't been resolved.
Resolved.
No, man, they've got the car back from the States. They towed it back.
They're like, there wasn't a real deer. You guys were high on crack and meth.
I wish it would have been so much easier to deal with. Speaking of people that are high on crack and meth, did you see the video that came out this past week about the lady that told her son to kill the guy after the dude knocked her clean out in the restaurant in Chicago?
No.
Bro, you didn't see this? All right. If we do this properly, we might be able to get the people to see this.
This has to be the last story of this podcast, too.
Yeah, we got a bit of time. We're good.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we're good. Okay, this is the news.
Oh, look
lady.
at this piece.
New evidence that helped lead them to this decision.
Like he make-
Tonight,
So they've dropped the charges, which is crazy.
both out of jail, no longer charged as murderers, and a Chicago
This was
activist
big
here in the city
big
says
controversy.
that he believes it was cell phone video that helped lead to this decision.
Are they going to show it, or is
A
this
violent
like
fight turned deadly shooting
Maxwell
at the
Street
Far
Express?
Southside hot dog stand is now at the center of a major legal reversal. Police say as Carlisha Hood, seen here in the pink dress, was standing in line late on Sunday, June 18th, she and a man began arguing. That's when they say Hood's 14-year-old son came into the restaurant. We've blurred the boy's face because he's a juvenile who's no longer charged with any crime.
they were charging him with murder?
As he's watching from the doorway, police and witnesses say the man arguing with his mother, identified as Jeremy Brown, repeatedly punches Carlisha Hood
Watch
in
this,
the
bro,
head.
if they show it.
The violent attack was captured on this cell phone video, which was shared on social media by a local activist and has been viewed more than 32 million times. We froze the video before the impact
He just
of the punch.
outright
Police say as his
smokes
mother's
her,
being
bro.
hit, Hood's 14-year-old son fired his gun repeatedly at Brown, shooting him in the back. Police say Brown ran out, and the mother and son did too, with the son still shooting.
No one else in the establishment
Boom.
did anything.
Good it wasn't charged.
Boom.
Bro.
So this was controversy on the internet this
No
week.
way,
Hopefully we
bro.
can get the video up.
No way, bro. Some guy's punching your mother in the face and you got a gun. If you don't blast, bro, one of my greatest regrets in life
Really?
is one time on a bus, some giant idiot bumps into my mother and kind of shoves her out of the way. This old Portuguese lady and goes, "Watch it, lady." And I saw it happen and I didn't do nothing. I was only
How old were you?
14. It's like a young kid in grade 9. But I just didn't have it in me.
And you'd shank him now.
I would I would eat his face, bro.
Right.
Life has made me bitter and angry and resentful. At the time, I was a very young kid. I was 14. I was very happy in life. You know, I was more worried about my mom than worried of taking care of this guy.
Right.
Whereas nowadays, bro, life has made me so crazy. I probably wouldn't even let him know that I'm the son.
Yeah.
I would follow him.
Right.
And as soon as he's as soon as he's not like even aware that I'm near him.
Yeah.
I would love to just. I've dreamt of it a million times. Stab him in the neck with a pen because that's all I had on me. I was going to high school.
So
maybe I had scissors in my block. Maybe I had scissors.
I mean,
Dude, this kid did the right thing. Fuck
yeah,
that,
this
bro.
kid did it right this kid did it right in the heat of the moment where
I
he
know,
didn't
I'd
get
go to
away with
jail,
it.
man.
You'd be going to jail.
I'm okay. It's premeditated.
Yeah, you can't follow him, bro.
I'd want to kill him, bro.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it on a bus because then people would stop me.
How crazy is it that a 14-year-old kid has a gun with them so accessible like that in Chicago, bro?
Bro, shout out that kid, bro. Shout out that kid. You watch some guy fucking nail your mom and punch her.
And the messed up part is that if you watch the video, Mike, she doesn't hit the guy at all. She's just lipping to him, and they had some sort of confrontation, and he's yelling at her like, you know, Juanita, say it again. Shut your mouth. I said, say it again. I'm going to knock you out. Say it again. And then she said something. You can't really tell what she says. And like, he doesn't even punch her. You see the Superman punch that guy goes to throw. Like, he steps back and he like Nolan Ryan pitches
And nails her with it.
and just cold cocks her right in the mouth, and then apparently punches her a couple more times. Where the controversy lays, apparently, and who knows why these people now, like, because they were charged with murder, the mom and the kid. Where the controversy lays is the guy that gets shot, he leaves. And as he's leaving, they follow him, and the mom is telling the kid, kill him dead. And apparently they were saying on the internet, and you know, obviously it's not true, or it's not of substance to the criminal people. She was threatening witnesses.
Yeah, she's in a state of shock at that moment. Her son just shot down an attacker.
Yeah.
You can't. Anybody's actions in those moments are to be taken with a grain of salt. Your son shoots down a guy who just punched you in the face. Your adrenaline is on a million. Of course, you're gonna look back at the people in the restaurant and be like, "Any of y'all tell them motherfuckers who the fuck it was, and I'll shoot you too." Like, of course you're gonna do that.
Yeah.
This is Chicago. This is a crazy situation.
Yeah.
Your born in blood son just shot down a man who punched. You're so proud and scared and nervous and defend. Like you're like a hyena on a fucking.
Imagine two people in this world are just trying to go get some fucking hot dogs at the Express thing.
Oh, Chicago's nuts, huh? You just get blasted trying to get a Chicago dog. Shout out Chicago dog.
Dude, first thing then when the guy said, there's a pizza place, I'm like, what's that Chicago? He's like, Southside. I'm like, can I go there?
Southside Chicago's the White Sox?
Yeah. I've been to a White Sox game, bro. Leaving the White Sox, it's some bank that fucking is the field owner of that. I can't remember.
Citibank.
Citi Field is Mets.
Is Mets.
But when you leave that stadium, you're like,
This is real. Chicago's
keep
real.
it rolling. You Detroit, it's like Detroit. The Detroit is the motto in Detroit is no cop, no stop. We've been through this. We've talked about this on the podcast.
Man, that's just what it is. Southside Chicago.
There's no reason to stop. Why would you?
I wouldn't even want to go to Southside Chicago.
I went to I don't know if we talked about it last week. I went to the Shameless House, and it's actually on the south side of Chicago too. There's a guy that lives in it, and he's just like, he thinks he's a celebrity because he lives in the Shameless House. And there was 3 people that showed up while we were there.
Just to take pictures.
Yeah, he charges $20 if you want a group photo on the step, but you can take pictures from the.
Just the street.
Yeah, but then he came out. He was like, "Hey, what up?" Like, he wants to talk to you, and like, and there's the 3 shows. I didn't watch the show. My sister was a big fan. The 3 houses are side by side that are in the show or whatever.
Oh.
But there are like that. The whole south side of Chicago isn't bad. You know what I mean? Like,
No. Let me play the white guy card. You play the realist card, okay? Nah. As soon as you step into the south side of Chicago, you're gonna get shot. You get 1 bullet as a hello and 1 bullet as a goodbye. Get the fuck out.
maybe I guess.
No. As a white American on this great day that is known as Canada Day, I want you to know that
Where's the Chicago of Canada? Is it Toronto now, or is it still Manitoba?
Oh man,
Like Winnipeg. Winnipeg used to.
you
be
ever
the
been there, bro?
Yeah.
Anybody who's never been to, shout out Canada Day. Oh, Canada. If you've never been to Winnipeg, let me tell you something. Winnipeg got to be one of the scariest places. Winnipeg, homeless people, people with mental illness, and just people who have slid through the fingers of society outnumber every normal person downtown. There is 5 crazy people for every normal person in downtown Winnipeg. It's a scary place. And in the winter, it's even scarier. It's crazy. The place gets so fucking cold that the snow doesn't like melt off the road. So it kind of like compresses. So everything's got this really white compressed look to it.
Ice.
Dude.
Yeah.
Winnipeg is death, bro. Coldest I've ever been in my life. Winnipeg minus 37.
It's windy like Chicago. The wind goes right through
yeah,
the
because
city.
there's nothing blocking it. It's like Arctic winds for real, bro.
Yeah, when I was there, I had to go from the hotel, from the Burton Cummins Theater. Shout out Winnipeg. Happy
Shout
Canada Day.
Burn Cummings with theater.
Yeah,
Theater.
and they were like, yeah, make sure that you like go right to your hotel and don't like stick to the main street. Don't go down any like other side areas and stuff. But the craziest part about Winnipeg is it's stabbings.
Bro, I'm going to tell you something. First 20 seconds of my life ever in Winnipeg. Okay, I get off the plane. I get to the Airbnb.
Yeah.
As I'm getting out of the cab into the Airbnb, our neighbor, the neighbor to the Airbnb, some guy's bro huffing on his. Guy comes out, fucking kicks him right off the stoop, and I'm trying my hardest, like, babe, get in the fucking, like, get in the Airbnb, we're gonna fall. And the cops show up like a half hour later, and they're like, "Did you see anything?" And man, I had never been more scared to snitch. But sometimes you just snitch for the sake of snitching, in the sense like, yeah, buddy,
what the fuck are you talking about? This guy, I'm clipping that. Sometimes you just snitch for the sake of snitching.
Bro, because
who are you, 6'9"?
I don't live here, bro. This ain't my neighborhood. I don't know who these people are. This guy kicked that guy off the fucking stoop.
Snack man ain't seen shit.
Stick here and protect me from these Winnipeg Indians. Now, I want to shout out Winnipeg because I some of the best shows of my career. I'm going to tell you something about the natives in Winnipeg, bro. They have become a normal part of life. They are the lady at the hotel. They're your cab driver. They're the guy who owns the convenience store. Nowhere else in Canada do they live more normally than Winnipeg, bro. Sure, there's a lot of them that have slipped through the cracks. Just like if there was a lot of white people, there'd be a lot of white crackheads. Just because there's a lot of natives, there's a lot of native crackheads. What are you going to do? That's life.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you something. There's also a trillion, billion, majillion more of them that live perfectly good, successful. You should take really white, racist white people to Winnipeg, because you get both sides of the coin so well. You get a lot of broken down guys who have fallen through the cracks. You get a lot of perfectly awesome people in society that would break your, these pre-racist notions that a lot of Canadians still have about natives. Like, they're like, they're just drunk. No, they're not, you fucking idiot. Why don't you leave your home?
Yeah.
A white person will walk by 20 drunk white people and not think twice. But the second they see a drunk native person, it's like, that's all of them, though. That's all of them.
Yeah. It's funny how native people in Canada have been kind of ostracized. You see people that are like, they're like talking about immigrants, and then you really realize that we're all immigrants.
Dude, that's my favorite argument in the world. These damn immigrants. It's like, what are you, stupid, bro? Most of this country didn't arrive here until 1930, you stupid
How much
goof.
fucking mohawk do you have in you, bro?
Mohawk, yeah,
How much Iroquois do you have?
Oh, fucking, man.
Yeah.
Let me
It's an aggressive stance to say that
It
land
is
back.
a blind genocide of, bro, people are blind to it. They don't realize what they're talking about.
It's fucked, dude.
Bro, like, how do you say hi in any native language? You know how to say hi?
No.
Me neither.
No.
Think about what I just said to you.
Yeah, that's fucked, right?
We don't know how to say hi in any language of any of the peoples of Canada.
Now, to be fair, there's like a lot of native languages, but
We
should at least know one.
We should know at least the most popular. What is it, Cree? I don't even know if that's the Canadian.
I barely learned about Susan Aglucart when I was a kid.
I don't know who you're talking about.
The native singer, yeah.
Buffy St. Clair?
Yeah, but that'd be like my dad's probably version of that, right?
You mean Buffy St. Clair, bro? Like,
It's true, though. It's true.
yo, there is a huge silent genocide. If you can't say hi or bye in the native language of this country, And it's sure, bro. People be like, but it's English, it's French. But I can barely speak French too. What the fuck you talking about?
Yeah.
I got no respect for the French either.
But they did lose the war.
Those French.
The French people.
Yeah, man. French people are so funny too. Shout out
you,
Oka.
Did you see that there was recently there was a settlement with the natives, First Nations, and it was like Ontario and the federal government, and they paid out for a treaty recently, and it was like 400 million, or like the number was so low. I think it was 400 million they were paying out for all of the, basically rent for the land that they took. And I thought about it and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like there's sections of Toronto right now, waterfront, small little sections that are worth 400 million. And there was people in the comments on the internet complaining about it, about, we shouldn't give them anything. Nah. And I'm like thinking to myself, like 400 million is such a drop in the bucket. And like, if I was the native people and I had a treaty signed, I wouldn't take 400 fucking million. Are you kidding me?
They have to, because if not, then it's another 10 years of litigation. Did I ever tell you the story? I got hired once to be the comedian at a conference that was 50% government lawyers, 50% indigenous lawyers and chiefs.
What a weird crowd.
Bro, one of the worst gigs I ever saw for the opening acts. There wasn't one laugh for 3 comedians. The host bombed, opening act bombed, the middle bomb. And then they're all backstage and I'm like, boys, watch this. I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna go out and kill. I'm gonna talk about how awkward all of this is. I'm gonna talk about how this is the worst booking, how they couldn't have been dumber to book us, and they're gonna love it.
Whose idea was it for a comedy show, you stiffs?
And I go. I think my opening joke was like, whoever booked me, you could know is one of these white government guys, because there's no way that the native dudes are fucking up this bad. Yeah. And the indigenous, bro, the whole indigenous side goes bonkers. They're laughing. And then I kind of go back and I make fun of, like, not the indigenous crowd, but I kind of make fun of the situation. Now I get the lawyers, and now I got them. Yeah. And now I ride the wave. I do a little bit of material. I do more crowd work. I make fun of this guy. I ask, who the fuck is this? This guy's the chief. Holy shit, I'm making fun of a chief. Can't say shit because I'm the entertainment. Lawyers, take your shot. I remember it all. It was wild. I kept pinning them against each other for the laugh. So only once in a while did I get them to laugh together. But that's not the point. You have to.
You opened them up though.
Bro, I just acknowledge how stupid it was. How stupid it was to book a comedian. And it was good. But I've had some firsthand. I mean, chiefs are serious people. Let's get that out of the way. When you meet a chief, they're
not fucking around.
No, they don't crack smiles. They don't give no shits.
Well, I mean, would you?
No, because if you show any kind of like vulnerability, those white lawyer guys are like, there he is. He smiled. He is happy with the 400 mil.
Yeah, fuck that, bro. I'm coming in. I'm fucking screw face. Fuck
the thing is, man, there's a lot of white cats who have this weird internal white guilt where they can't admit, like, yeah, it's okay. So what? We benefit from being white. Who cares? Go benefit more then. If you like, it's okay. Go do your thing. And then there's those dudes like, I'm poor.
I say that all the time, man. My name is Edward William.
You're obviously getting chosen in a resume lineup.
I have the whitest, like my 84 brightness printer paper white.
Dude.
Like, people balance their cameras off of how white my name is. And then people are like, oh, how do you have any? Like, I have a Nexus card supplied to me by the American government looking like this.
That's right.
Like, aren't you going to get cleaned up before you go? I'm like, if they'll issue me secured traveler status looking like this,
you look like a young Taliban recruit.
Anything forward progressing is less hassle at the border. When I show up now and I'm like, hey, here's my Nexus card, and they look at me like, that's 100% you. I look like the caveman that
the caveman from the
cartoon.
With the Intact commercials all those years
but
ago.
He was Hanna-Barbera before, wasn't he, or something?
Oh yeah, the Hanna-Barbera guy. What's up with that guy? Yeah, you kind of got the Hanna-Barbera guy with the fucking stick. Holy shit, that was the club. Yeah, you kind of like the Oka guys. Holy fucking Christ.
Or like the Geico caveman. Is that what you were thinking?
Those are my favorite commercials back in the day.
That's great advertising. So this is our Canada Day special. It's dropping on Canada Day. Mike, I don't want you to be controversial, but be controversial for a second. What's your favorite room besides Toronto, Yuck Yucks, your home? What's your favorite room to do in Canada? Where's your favorite place to go?
Ray's Boom Boom Room. No, all right. I watched the movie
The
Lights.
Sundowner.
I watched
Niagara Falls.
Man, honestly, my favorite place to perform comedy. Oh man, there's a couple of them.
I'm taking Toronto out to give you.
Montreal's Le Cabaret C is really fun and beautiful.
Shout out Montreal. Montreal's a beautiful
Montreal's
city.
got a bunch. Look, Montreal's Club Soda is amazing. Montreal's Theater St. Catherine is amazing. Bro, there's so fucking many in that city because it's a theater town. It's a
Yuck Yucks too. Or sorry, Just for Laughs.
Just for Laughs, man. And I've done so much Just for Laughs. There's so many. If we're thinking strictly comedy clubs, man, there's like a couple of Yuck Yucks that are real fun. Like Yuck Yuck, the old Yuck Yucks at the Edmonton Casino. I don't know if that's there. The old Elbow River Casino in Edmonton. That Yuck Yucks was a lot of fun. The Yuck Yucks Calgary is a fucking hoot. Old Yuck Yucks Ottawa on Elgin Street. God, I'm so old that I'm old enough to
You're
go
calling them
the old
Yuck Yucks.
Yucks because there's new ones that have come up and since because COVID, a lot of people don't know this.
Where's
COVID
the most underrated spot in Canada where you're like, you showed up and you were like, wow, I can't fucking believe this.
Bro, St. John's, Newfoundland, no choice. Every time of my life. First day I drove around that place, I remember thinking, this is the most beautiful place in all this country. Nobody knows about this. It's a seaside town. It feels like you're in Ireland. And then you go do comedy, and it's like the Austin, Texas. Like, bro, political correctness
Out the window
because they're not tight asses over there. They're really loose asses. Those people have the loosest buttholes of anybody in this country, and they're the funniest. There's something in Newfoundland that you realize quick. If you're not funny, you don't get to have friends. You get like pushed to the out. Like you have to be funny enough to hold your own.
Yeah, they just don't come back.
Dude, they cut. You know. Bro, they play the breaks. Like, you know what I'm saying with that?
Yeah.
Like, you ever hear, like, you know, like, they're just always breaking chops over there, bro. Like,
Heckling's a sport.
bro, heckling's a sport. Like, your buddy walks in and he's got a pair of pants on. Like, the whole room will be like, buddy, where'd you get them pants for your motors class in there? Fucking Christ, man. If they're any tighter, your nuts couldn't breathe. Your dick would die. It's occasion right there. Jesus, man. And then, like, even grandmothers will come in and be like, geez, look at them fucking pants. Looking real gay, is ya? Trying to pick up a man tonight. That's all you're going to get with them pants. Because ain't no girl bringing you home with them fucking tight little nuts over there tucked in all by your pockets. Nah. And you're like, Jesus Christ, Nan, why you saying that? Oh, I'm saying that you look like a fucking gay. And you're like, geez, man, Nan, you can't be saying gay. But I'm from 1972. Because it's different in those days. And they'll go on this whole rant about how they're allowed to say, oh, I was born in another time. Dude, nobody
There's
rants.
still innocence out there.
There's still the innocence of this
Yeah.
isn't an this. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to make fun of you. Making fun.
Yeah.
Fun being the main word to them.
That's like the generation of like, if I didn't like you, I wouldn't make fun of you. I like you. That's why I'm making fun of you.
Yeah, what happened to that?
Yeah.
What happened to that generation? Because when I was a kid, that was a sign somebody was finally liking you when they'd
Yeah.
be like, you gonna eat that fucking sandwich or you're just gonna watch it on your plate? You'd be like, you making fun of me?
I remember them saying that about my Uncle Donnie. They're like, you know, he really likes you, right? And I'm like, he's always bust my chops. They're like, yeah. That's how we know he likes you because he shows interest in you, and he wants to get it. He wants to converse with you. He wants to get a rile out of you. He wants to give you his time. You know. Yeah. Now kids are way too soft for that, bro.
I just make up stories to my nephews and nieces all day. I'll be sitting in the back. I'll be like,
Somebody's calling live. It's you know who that is?
crackhead Brian.
It's Cocaine Brian.
That's it. I was so close.
Cocaine Brian. Do you want to call him on Canada Today? Should we do that and then we'll end the show?
All right, let's end the show with fucking Brian. Call him back. It's like he knows we're recording on Wednesday at this time, you know?
That's 100% what's going on here. We had a voicemail, but we'll play that next episode. Okay, let's try to do this.
As we wrap up our Canada Day episode here, we want to thank CanadaMatch.ca. Are you sitting at home with this Canada Day wishing that somebody was with you right now? Well, go to CanadaMatch.ca and maybe you'll find somebody who also is bored at home and wants to, fuck.
That'd be kind of cool, eh?
CanadaMatch.ca.
I'm still trying to find the swingers that Glenn told me about on there.
You know what you got to find? I got two swingers right here, my left nut and my right. Put your chin down there and let them swing all night.
I'm going back out to Vancouver for Labor Day long weekend.
Oh, they're booking me. They're trying to book me for shit, and I haven't gone back. Remember when they didn't pay me right away, and then I was like, man.
You should come out though. I'm going to be there already. I committed. I'm low hanging fruit.
Your boy Reeds don't commit to nothing till like 2 months out. I'm like, I haven't got booked yet. I guess I'll go to Vegas.
It pops up. You've missed a call from Cocaine Brian. That's my favorite.
Cocaine Brian. Cocaine
Here,
Brian.
take this. I'm going to figure this out for us, and we're going to call Cocaine Brian because I know people actually do like to hear from him.
They love Cocaine Brian. It's stupid.
It is. It really is.
He's
But
my fan.
He's my fan, he
I
says.
just get all wussy. He's my fan.
Why won't it go into that? How do we find that? There we go. Here we go.
Cocaine, you better come down. I hope you're doing some cocaine this Canada Day weekend.
Here we go. That stuff is lots of fun till it's gone. You know what I mean?
That is the number one thing about that drug is that when it's gone, you're like, why did I even do this?
Yeah.
I should be home sleeping cozy in my bed like a normal person, not fiending for drugs at 5 a.m. while the birds wake up. Oh my God.
What's his number?
519 something.
It just said you missed a call from Cocaine Brian.
Cocaine.
I have him in here
better
as
get
Cocaine Brian. There he
down.
is.
If I find you've been creeping round my back.
It was him that called.
Oh, yeah. Ladies and
There we
gentlemen, we're calling our original member of the Crack Pack.
Snack.
Hello.
Cocaine
Yo,
Brian.
Cocaine
Yo.
Brian. We're both
What
on.
are you guys doing?
wow.
I didn't even know you're there. That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
right, buddy. We're live on air right now.
Oh,
We saw
yeah.
Cocaine
What
Brian
day
calling.
is it today? What
It's
day is it?
Canada Day. It's Canada
Yeah,
Day.
yeah, you're right.
How come you guys?
This is for Canada Day weekend, so this will be that episode. So anytime you refer to the day, it's Canada Day.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Yes, yes.
Hope
I don't
you're
even
having
know
a
what
great-
day it is. Thank
Yeah,
God you guys told me.
I hope you're having a great Canada Day weekend over there at the cottage or wherever you are.
Actually, I'm at home because this anklet doesn't come off for another 3 days.
Wow.
Wow. Hey, Brian.
You like it. Left field. What do you say, brother?
Have we called you since you had yourself immortalized as a Beck?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hold on a second. That's a big word. What did you say?
So, since you became a cartoon, we haven't had you on the podcast. We want to, bro, now we have to make like a snack pack group of people.
Yes.
Wow.
But
I'm in.
did we-
you had me at a hello, Mike. You had me at a hello.
did we talk about how there was a V1 and a V2
Yeah,
of his
yeah.
cartoon?
There was a version 1, version 2. There was one with some jizzy
Yeah.
stains that you didn't like. You were like, hey, I don't want no
is this-
jizz.
Wait a minute. This is Snack's idea to talk about that. He still heard about that girl situation, isn't he? He's still trying to get me back.
I forgot you existed till you called Brian.
Wait. We did forget about that girl. She ever make it home?
I haven't heard.
You're-
Yeah, no, there's been no updates at all.
Honest to God. Oh, no. Yeah, no, I was kidding. I was just fucking with you guys.
Bro, how you going to
Happy
do?
Canada Day, first of all, happy Canada Day. Thank you so much, guys. for
What
calling me on
substance are
Canada
you
Day.
abusing today, Brian?
On Canada Day.
Marijuana. Hey, you guys are talking shit about weed that you could buy in the store. I just smoked some of the best weed at 7 grams for $27.
Wow. What was
Not
the name?
bad.
That's a good
It
deal.
was, hold on, I forgot. I smoked too much of it. Hold on, I'm walking towards it right now. It was sativa, though.
Can you open
Heavy
this?
duty sativa. I was just going to roll it right now. It's actually
This isn't a twist off, is
I
it?
got it from Little League.
Yeah.
Good old Little League.
It is.
Pop. It is a twist off.
It's called Sunny Days, and it's made by Fuego, and Fuego is Spanish for fire.
Oh,
Sativa dominant.
okay, senor.
Yeah.
Uma cerveza, por favor. Monte fría.
So when we had the poll recently,
So THC
Brian, you voted for
Yeah.
legal weed, obviously, then, right?
Well, you know what? I didn't vote. Hold on a second. I didn't vote for legal weed, but you can't find good weed. But black market weed blows legal weed out of the water, I think. Like, personally, like I smoked some of that Karma Cup stuff, the one that Beck
Which one do you use?
drew.
Okay. One more?
Right?
No, we're good.
Beck,
That's okay.
right? And it was good. it was good. But I mean, the stuff that I've smoked with you guys, like from Headwater and some other fucking places you guys get, some killer weed. Killer weed, bro.
Listen, Bri.
You guys have killer weed.
When you go back and watch this podcast, you're going to realize that me and Snacks haven't listened to a word for the last minute and been pouring some soda. So all we hear is you being like, dude, some killer weed, man. And then Beck said at the Karma, man. Yo, fuck the Karma Cup. Fuck Sarah Sunday. Mike Rita says a no cap podcast. No one back. Fuck the Karma Cup.
I tried to tell you that, Brian.
Yeah.
I tried to help you. I told you we don't. Keep
I don't
that shit
fuck
away
with
from
the
us.
Karma Cup.
No.
I don't fuck with
But I
Silver
didn't-
Sunday.
I didn't
I don't
vote-
fuck with Little Josh. I don't fuck with none of that. I don't fuck with none of that. I don't. All right.
But the best weed that I've smoked so far, I think, was not from a store that I bought. It was something that a friend brought or whatever. That's still the most killer weed in the world.
You can say this
Until
friend's
the-
name.
until the
Is it
government-
Pete Ribeiro? The friend was
from
Pete.
Cambridge.
One of the greatest
From
guitarists of our
Cambridge.
generation, Pete Ribeiro. You know, we went high and, bro, we looked for this Pete Ribeiro. We couldn't find him nowhere, bro. We couldn't even find a Pete Ribeiro obituary. So he's not even dead. He's just floating around Cambridge. Where is this guy?
I'm going to bring him to the golf tourney August 12th.
I saw that, August 12th, the Wild
Yes.
and Dying.
Are you fuckers coming or
No,
what?
I can't.
No.
Remember last year on the
Come on.
bro? Remember I got COVID last year at the soccer tournament? That was fucked, bro. I didn't even fucking.
Oh,
hard.
you were brutal. You're having a
Hard
snooze. Your
pass
team
for
is
me.
out there kicking ass. Hey, we were winning until halftime, huh?
No, the team reached
We were-
last.
Retention's falling.
We
It's
were-
plummeting right now.
Oh yeah, you're right. All of our fans are leaving the radio station right now. Wait. Wait, Cocaine Brian, we have one more question to ask you on
You
this
know why?
beautiful Canada Day weekend.
Yes.
What
Yes.
is your favorite thing to do on Canada Day?
My favorite thing to do.
Yeah,
is
cottage,
really-
the
is
lake. What do you like?
I like spending time with the family, doing like a fire and stuff, and eating and barbecue. You know,
You a big fireworks guy, Brian? Or are you allowed to have fireworks?
Fireworks. I'm not allowed myself, but with some supervision, you know.
I feel like his wife could let off fireworks.
Whatever the ankle bracelet doesn't know
She
won't
could.
hurt her.
I feel she's responsible.
Yeah,
enough.
as long as I can stay on my porch and watch the fireworks, that's what I'm allowed to do.
It's
on
because
Canada
there's
Day.
so
I
many
can't
kids
light
near
anything.
fireworks usually, and I know you're not allowed near the kid.
There's kids.
Or schools.
Yeah, I can't be near the kids and I can't be near the fireworks. I
Yeah,
gotta
get
stay
those
on
kids
my
away from
porch.
those fireworks. Cocaine Brian's in the vicinity.
Well, Brian, we appreciate you calling the show over and over and over again and berating us in DMs with video after video.
Hey, Brian, the
Yes.
views and opinions of the
we can
Snack Man are not of mine. You know that I love you. You know that I appreciate all your fans. You know,
Thank you, Mike.
I love the macho.
Thank you,
I love
Mike.
the macho man, Brian Kuto. I love it all,
Shut
bro.
up. Yes. And hearing this from Mike Rita, world famous.
There it is. He always hangs up on Brian Coots. Oh, that's
You know
my
he's-
favorite.
I don't know what happened there, Reed. I'm not really sure. That's not as good as Crush Lime.
Ooh, Crush Lime, huge in Newfoundland.
Yeah, East Coast exclusive. Generally, it's like a limited release here.
No, not even close.
Not even close.
Crush Lime has that zing. Where you're like, it's a sweet. Bro, Crush Lime is Sprite cream. Creamy Sprite. I don't know how to explain it, bro, but it's fire.
There's one last thing there, but if you want, we could save that till next episode.
is it?
They're a little weird.
The Oreo?
Yeah.
No, save it for the next episode. This was a Canada Day jerky and Joel and Soda episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a man's episode.
All right. Well, let's just shout out the Cannalee. We were smoking.
It actually wasn't that bad. Canada, pretty good.
Wasn't horrible, man.
Wasn't horrible. We loved it. I can't say we loved it because then we're gonna get shit online. I liked it.
Yeah, I thought it was good. His prices were reasonable when I asked him.
And the real winner here is this guy right here.
Dick Duff's.
Dick Duffs. Dick Duff can't get enough of the Dick Duff. Can't get enough of the Dick Duff. Can't get enough of the Dick Duff.
As always, shout out Liquid Death, and thank you so much to Canamatch.
Canamatch.ca, and shout out to the homie Headwater. I found some Headwater weed today and I brought it back. It's back, baby. The last of the Heady.
Have you heard from him?
Yeah, I heard from him.
You did?
Yeah, it was a very cryptic message, as is all things right now. But
Wow.
yeah. I
You're
don't
much
know.
more special than I am.
No. This is 3 weeks after the original message, so it's like it's been. I don't think that phone's operational right now. I think that's what it is, which would make a lot of sense. Bro, the plug phone has to go off sometimes.
Canadian cannabis is so fucked up, man.
Yo, so fucked up, man.
We didn't even touch on it this episode. We left it alone.
You know what? The hater clip was funny, man. I like that. If you haven't seen it, go check out our page.
Check out last week's episode too. Happy Canada Day, everybody.
Happy Canada Day. It's been the snacks of life.
We're gonna lead you out with the best part of the show.
Go get drunk with your friends. And if you don't have friends, go get drunk with your pets. And if you don't have pets, just go get drunk on a FaceTime on an Omegle.
Go to a local bar, man. COVID's over.
Oh my God, a local bar. What a death sentence.
Go to a pub.
We just talked about people getting capped up in Chicago. Do not go to your local pub.
Fuck it, man. Go live a little.
Shout out to Beaver and Bulldog.
You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have
The snacks of life.
Whoa,
the
snacks of life.
There's a time you gotta go and show you grow, and now you know about
The snacks of life. The snacks of life.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's been the Snack Life podcast with comedian Mike Rito and your host, the Snack Man. Thank you to Canamatch.ca. Thank you to LiquidDeath.ca. Castle Bongs. Even though they're not on the table, they're always in our hearts. And Headwater, for the first time in a long time, they're back, baby.
We'll see you next Friday.